Hi, this is Mandee from Horse Family Magazine, and I am in Clarence Creek, Ontario in Canada today, and I'm standing here with Josh Lyons, who is conducting a 3-day rider clinic here at the farm. So Josh, tell us a little bit about what's been going on the last few days. You did a symposium, and then you're doing the rider clinic now, so kind of describe what you've been working on with the people who have been here.
Well, the symposium that we did the last 2 days was geared just to spectators. So what we do is we bring a horse out, an unbroke horse, and we go through and kind of show them our principles, our concepts, training ideas, and different ways that they can figure out how to train that horse to do it in a safe, controlled manner. So for the symposium, I do all the training. I do the training and answer the questions that way. The clinic is designed for them to bring their own horse, and then what we do with that is we work with each horse individually where it's at, and we kind of start at the foundation and work with problems that occur.
Okay, so we're at the end of day one, just about. You're just about wrapped up for the day, and I've been here all day, so I've been watching and observing, and I've seen how you said to the riders, piece of cake, it's a piece of cake. Don't make it harder than it really needs to be.
Right.
So do you see at rider clinics that riders think that things are a little more complicated than they really are? Do you find that?
Yes. What I find is, and it might be just a personal thing to me, but if I think something's hard, then it always is hard. So I always just think everything's easy, you know, and so I started that when I was a little kid, saying piece of cake, and it's more of a mindset that I just have decided no matter what I can do it. What riders have a tendency to do is if they automatically think it's hard, then they already fail. They're already setting themselves up to fail. So instead of just trying to focus on the job and get the job done, they're too worried about where I'm sore or I'm old or this hurts or my legs hurt, or they're thinking about too much other nonsense instead of just focusing on the goal, and this is what we want to do.
So are these exercises that you've been teaching them, you find that they're pretty simple for them to learn if they really just focus on really just making it happen with their horse and not thinking about things that might be a little more complicated than necessary?
No, I just don't tell them that. What I find is if I ask anybody like your job, taping and doing all this editing and writing, to me is very tough, right? It's very difficult. If I ask you, you say, no, it's not hard, I just do this, you know?
That's right.
Well, nothing's hard once you've learned it, right? So it's not that the job's easy, it's easy once they've learned it. And they still go through all those emotions, all the learning emotions, you know, about getting up to that, wanting to quit, think they can't do it, you know, that you do with any job. But if at least I can go in there and have them have the right attitude about it, it makes the job a little easier.
So we're going to go ahead and talk to a couple of riders about what their takeaway was for the day and hear what they have to say.
I've gone to a Josh Lyons clinic once other time last year with a different horse, and I had a great time with that and learned a lot with that horse, but this horse is not as talented and very, very green, so I thought I'd bring another horse and try to get her started.
I brought Josh here really because, one, I think he's a phenomenal horseman. I had people ask me, I was certified in 2008 with Josh in Colorado, so it's been 3 years since I've been home, and people were asking me, you know, what's it like to ride with Josh? What kind of trainer is Josh? Are you, do you train like Josh does and all that kind of stuff? And I thought, well, okay, this is kind of, and the timing felt right to bring him here.
I think the shoulder exercise was quite interesting in terms of bending the horse to the inside but asking the shoulder to move to the outside. I think that was a really helpful tool.
And she didn't know how to turn her hips. I mean, she didn't know how to turn at all. And she just improved drastically today.
Everybody's goal is different for their horse, and Josh is a great teacher, and he has the innate ability to be able to help that person believe that they can achieve that goal, which is really cool, because it really has to come from the rider first.
If you want to learn more about Josh Lyons and his clinics and symposiums, you can just go to joshlyons.com and be sure to subscribe to Horse Family's updates at horsefamilymagazine.com.